What's up, guys? It's Dave. Thursday afternoon. I have been a little absent over the last week or so, as you may or may not have noticed. And I want to tell you a little story about that and explain why. And then also talk to you about, sort of where I'm at and where I'm going. And then invite you to join me if you'd like to. This last weekend, we had our annual leadership event for the Diamond and Star Diamond coaches on our team, and it was incredible. We had about 55 or 60 people here, and we had Thursday event and a Friday event where we got to hear from Lee Ratterman and Todd Midget, and then on Saturday, Autumn Calabrese from the 21 Day Fix drove down from her home in LA, and we did a 21 Day Fix extreme workout in the sand. So we were down, the first 2 days we were on the beach. This day we're down in the bay, and we're just working out on the sandy beach. And it's so weird, I don't know if you've ever tried to do burpees in the sand, but it's really challenging. It requires another level of sort of consciousness and physicality and coordination and attention. That's really what it is. You just got to pay attention a little bit more. It changes things. And that was awesome. And then we got to hear her story. And then that day I delivered kind of my keynote on the whole thing. And my sort of style, I guess, is that I don't rah-rah people. I don't, get the pom-poms out. Woo, 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 woo. It's not my style. I need to give you some tangible information so that you can walk away and go start kicking ass. Okay, that's how I operate. And so when you operate that way, it takes a tremendous amount of energy. And I poured a lot of work. It was easily a month worth of me getting ready to give these people something that they could go and run with and put into play. And that night we came back to our house. So we have about 60 people at our house, and we were split them up into two rooms, and we had about 35 or 40 in one and mid 20 in the other, or something like that. And that night we were going to hear from Ryan Chapman, who's one of my guys, elite coach, incredible leader, and then also had brought in a couple of guest people from, not from our team, but from other teams to come and talk to us. The first one is Jimmy Hayes Nelson. A lot of you guys know him as Coach Jimmy. Jimmy is a very close friend of mine, and I bring him in to speak to my people because he gets it. Okay, in this kind of ever-growing sea of people who don't see what we do and who we are as Team Beachbody coaches the same way that I do, I have to find those people who do see it the way that I see it and who conduct themselves with integrity. And Jimmy is one of those guys. And so brought Jimmy in he and I went to a seminar, and then we were doing the event. And I also brought in Mike Ryan. And Mike Ryan is another guy who is an amazing speaker, a super leader, a guy who has a lot of integrity, and a guy who gets it. He just gets it. I don't know how to really put it in a way that's going to make sense to you, but these guys just get it. And that's why I bring them in and let them speak to my people and let them touch my people. Touch, emotionally, not physically. Well, I don't know. Maybe they were touching my people. I need to watch those guys a little carefully. But anyway, there's a funny video of Jimmy in here filming a video with a couple girls. It was hilarious if you caught that on his page. Anyway, back to my story. So I'm introducing these different speakers. I introduce Ryan, and he does his thing. I introduce Jimmy, and Jimmy does his thing. And then I introduce Mike. And after I introduce Mike, my work is kind of done now, right? It's like, hey, where's the bar? It's party time. I've worked my ass off. I've brought everything I have to bring to this thing and poured my heart into this whole thing, and it's been amazing. And now I just want to have a glass of wine and back up, okay? And I kind of stepped away, and I started feeling pretty good about myself. I started, kind of walking around hey, I'm hot shit, right? I put this thing together. I did this deal. And my ego just started to kind of blow up. I don't know if you've ever had that feeling, but I have to keep my ego in check. Well, I got a little help, and I was kind of walking around and near the doorway and that goes outside, and I saw this bee on the ground, and I was like, oh, there's a bee on the ground, and I'm barefoot because I don't wear shoes a lot. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just help this bee out the door so I don't step on it. So I go to kick this bee out the door, and it was not dead. It was very alive, and it did not like that at all. And it immediately woke up, came right at me, and stung me right here in my eyelid, okay? That is a new, unique sensation of pain. So my wife very quickly spots the little bee sting, the stinger, and pulls it out real quick. So it didn't get a chance to like really nail me. And that night, you know, it was probably just the alcohol or whatever. It didn't really bug me. The next day, it bugged me. And on Monday, I've never been that tired in my entire life. I mean, I was emotionally, physically spent, just completely exhausted, you know. And I started to think back about this bee, and I recognized that it was really a message from God to just slow the hell down. Slow down. I've had my foot to the accelerator for a long time, guys. Really long time. And it was just a message. You're not done yet. You need to slow down. Check your ego. There's a lot of work. Yeah, this is great. You know, we've built a lot of cool stuff. We've helped a ton of people. We've changed a lot of lives. But it's not done yet. So you need to slow down and think about where you're going a little bit. Take your foot off the gas. Maybe pull over and put the car in park. Slow down. So I really took that to heart. So I took a couple of days. You know, Monday I pretty much just slept all day. I hardly worked at all. Tuesday I had a little bit of work that I needed to do. Yesterday I was pretty much back in the swing of things. Today I went surfing for like 2 hours, and I'm just kind of getting into work mode now because I need that. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening to you. Okay, I'm listening. And so I want to talk about how I'm gonna move and what I'm gonna do to get back to where I need to be. I'm gonna do the ultimate reset, and I'm gonna do it starting November 3rd, which has us finishing then the Monday before Thanksgiving. All right. There are other people who want to start a little earlier. I happen to have people coming into town that weekend, so it doesn't work for me. I got to start on Monday. But if you want to start a little earlier so that you can free up that, I'm supportive of that. I will, you know, help you to the extent I have. I've done the reset twice now, so this will be the third time I've done it. I'm really, really familiar with how it works. If you're not, I'll give you a brief overview. It's 21 days. It's a Beachbody program that you buy, all comprehensive. All your supplements, everything you need is in the box. All the recipes are in the box. You need to go buy food, and you need to commit to cooking it, and then you need to stick to the plan. No alcohol, no sugar, no caffeine, not supposed to exercise. I will be surfing during the reset. I think the cold water plunge is really good for my system, and it also just breathes life into my soul to be in the water. And not being in the water for 3 weeks is worse for me than maybe violating this little reset rule. You can do what you want to do. I'm supportive of that. Okay. I'm asking for some help here, and asking for some accountability partners, and offering whatever my expertise is in getting through this whole thing, which it's really 21 days. So we should be able to do that together in order to help you with that. So that's what the reset is all about. If you want information about that, get in touch with me, leave a comment wherever you're watching this, or send me an email, info@thefitclubnetwork.com. I really hope you'll take this time. I don't know what your year looks like. I look at my year, and I look at this time period that I have between Halloween and Thanksgiving, and I think that that's the last feasible time that I'm going to have to do this until maybe like next May. And right now, with the way my life is, I'll probably schedule something in May, because I just don't like to sit still, and I have this block of time where I have some free time. I don't know if it's a good time for you or not. If it is, I really hope you'll get in touch with me. I hope I can help you. I hope you will join me as I kind of take my foot off the accelerator a little bit in some areas of my life, and really put it down hard in the area of taking care of myself. I'm going to be really diving into a lot of personal things that I have to handle in my life. You know, when things get busy and crazy, things like your relationships tend to suffer, and that has certainly happened for me, and it's something I really need to get a hold of and do. Simultaneously, Monica is going to be doing a 21-day fix. So we're both on a 21-day track. We're running kind of parallel tracks, doing different things. I'm going to be doing the reset. She's going to be doing the 21-day fix. But we're going to be kind of running together, and I think that's going to be really good for us as not just business partners, but husband and wife, and people who love each other and want the best for each other and our family. So that's my B story. I hope you found yourself in there somewhere, and maybe it's time for you to just chill and relax and take care of yourself. 21 days to just focus on you. Then we'll hit the holidays, and we'll all feel really, really good about ourselves. and then we can come back in January and do it again. All right, guys, have a fantastic day, and I won't be such a stranger.